On this video, we are going to talk about Google Ads for supplement brands specifically. Google Ads for supplements is something that I and my team have been doing for years now, and it's our bread and butter. That's all we do all day, every day. We have worked with the biggest companies in supplements, whether that's whey protein, creatine, vitamin D, holistic health, everything inside of supplements we have worked with, and we have helped these brands promote their products with paid advertising, especially on Google Ads, and to accomplish record-breaking numbers for these brands in terms of client acquisition and ROAS and profitability and growth. We have a series of strategies that we use every day, and what I wanted to do on this video, as you see from now on, is I've compiled what really matters. I wanna sum in 10-15 minutes what really matters when it comes to advertising your supplement brand on Google. So if we look at the main drivers of success, we'll have a few main important things. These things are going to be covered, and to explain to you what I'll cover in which order, I'll go over what we have today. So first of all, we will take a look at the success formula for supplement Google Ads. Also, what determines your performance? What are the elements that need to be in place in order for you to perform? Then we're going to take a look at product pages and landing pages, then your campaign structure. Finally, the very important difference between branded campaigns and non-branded campaigns. And finally, which is the most important part of the video, how to scale your non-branded campaigns so you can drive new customers profitably. Okay, so let's talk about the success formula for supplement Google Ads. If we want to understand what really matters, we need to look at how many visitors and for which price are you paying to get those visitors to the website, which is your ad spend and your cost per click. Your conversion rate, which means from those who are going to the website, how many are actually buying, and then how much these customers that you are paying to acquire are spending with you over time. So your lifetime value. You can also use as reference your average order value, but knowing that these customers will most likely spend more with you over time, and that's what will determine your profit and your growth. Okay, so what determines your performance? What are the main things that you need to have in place in order to accomplish those success metrics? First, your product. You have to have a good product. 2, your AOV and your lifetime value. If you are making too little per customer, it's very hard to justify spending money on ads. And third, your conversion rate. You cannot send 1,000 people to your site and none of them buy. That's a big problem. So if we look at some of the factors, some of the things that determine these things that we just talked about, what's really important here beyond the campaign structure, which we are going to talk about in a second, but your product pages and your landing pages need to be on point if you want to have 1, a high AOV, and 2, a high conversion rate. So if we look at the product pages and landing pages of some leading brands we are currently working with, you're going to see that they have a good offer, which means their price points, what they deliver, how they deliver makes sense, and social proof. They translate from their pages that they are a trustable brand. So one example, X Endurance, they are the leading brand for endurance supplements. If you look at their page here, you see that they have a fantastic buy box here with thousands of reviews. They have lines here explain that they are number 1, clinically proven 2. Then they are giving a lot of buying options, as you can see, where they can subscribe, they can become a member, and it becomes much cheaper if they become a member. You can see why you love it. Here's the proof. You see that they use more and more of the space to convey why they should be your option. Then become a member. Then we go to a page like a section like this with a video. This adds a lot of legitimacy to a brand where you have the supplement, you have an actor, you have someone wearing the t-shirt. Those are small details, but that shows that it's a real brand. You have a warehouse, you have a set to record. It's a real thing. Then we go over to more sections, and you can see here trusted by 100,000 athletes. That's huge social proof proof right here, including big names in the industry. You can see they have a challenge and many more sections here, as you can see. If we look at Furnace, for example, we have here an offer page with a very good deal, 45% off collagen plus a free gift. So if they go for more than one bag, they get a free frother. That means that we have a higher average order value and we have a higher lifetime value as well. We have more people choosing to go for the highest priced items, as you can see down here. After a lot of social proof, after a lot of sections, if you buy the one bag, you get a 31 price per bag, but no free gift. If you get the highest priced items, then you get the free frother and then a much better price per bag beyond all the social proof that they created here throughout the page. We also have brands like Solely, currently the fastest growing gummy creatine brand. We are leading their campaigns and we're doing amazing for them. As you can see here, over 1,000 reviews. It's a very simple product. There's not a lot to talk about. It's creatine, everyone already understands it, so we go straight to the point here with a lot of the copy, first order discount, and then a few more sections, a lot of social proof here, very well rated brand, FAQ. As you can see, this is a shorter page. One huge tip I have if you have a supplement brand is always aim to have AOVs of above 50. If you're sending paid traffic, if you're paying to send customers, you need them to spend at least 50, ideally closer to 80, $100 at one time. That happens because when you pay Google, it's very hard to have a cost per acquisition on Google Ads and on Facebook ads of less than 20, less than 30 for most industries because of competition, because of other brands. So very hard to see a brand that has SKUs selling for $15, $16 doing well with paid. What you can do is you can bundle 2 packs and then do a 60-day supply, for example. So that's my tip for you. Always have AOVs of above 50. Now let's talk about the campaign structure, which is very, very, very important. When it comes to your campaign structure, on Google Ads, what we see here leading dozens of Google Ads accounts for supplement brands. This is usually the split in ad spend, which means you should ideally aim for something like this. When you look at search, we spend about 30% of our clients' ad spend on search, performance max, and there's a very big distinction here. This is a non-branded performance max. We spend between 40 to 60% of the ad spend. When you look at shopping, for some brands, shopping does much better than performance max, so you can try both and see which works for your brand specifically, but you'll be spending between 20 and 50% on shopping, and then other campaign types like YouTube, display, etc. usually take up 10 to 20% of your ad spend. So if you look at your account, it will be something like this, where you have search, high intent keywords, non-branded, you have YouTube for top of funnel client acquisition, non-branded as well. And I'm going to get to in just a second what I mean by non-branded. Also, we have a few search campaigns specifically for advertorials. Again, something I will touch on in a second. Performance max campaigns, non-branded, fully optimized for customer acquisition. You also have some branded campaigns like search and shopping in a few cases where you are going to be spending no more than 5 to 10% of your ad spend. Now, I just explained about non-branded campaigns, but Paulo, what are non-branded campaigns? Basically, what branded versus non-branded means on Google is branded. What a branded campaign is when someone searches for the name of your brand. So if they search hyper supplements, vitamin D. So they are already searching for you. They already know about you. They probably bought from you in the past, or they just learned about you, which means they would buy anyway. So these campaigns, they are not really valuable for new customer acquisition. They are to some extent, but we don't want to be spending too much on people that are already searching for your brand. Non-branded campaigns are campaigns that appear on Google for those audiences who are searching for best vitamin D for 50-year-old women. If someone searches for that and your brand shows up and then they decide to buy from you, that means that Google Ads did its job in driving a customer. I will leave it at that. It shows that someone that had no idea about your brand decided to buy from your brand because of the Google search. Google Ads did its job. How we scale those campaigns? How can we make those non-branded campaigns, how does it work? First of all, you need to separate what's branded and what's non-branded. And the way you do that is by going to your campaign settings on Performance Max or on search, and you're going to use words and you're going to exclude words that are either the name of your brand, the name of your SKUs. You're going to remove any potential search that is of someone that already knows about your brand. That's how I would describe it. Then on Performance Max, you can choose to bid only for new customers. So instead of most accounts that we audit, they come to us with these settings, not even selected. So they are basically bidding the same. The campaign is spending and bidding the same for existing customers and for new customers. We want at least one Performance Max campaign on your account to be exclusively bidding on new customers, as you can see down here. So you first select adjust bidding to help you gain new customers, and then you select only bid for new customers. That's how your campaigns will know they should be targeting new customers. What you're going to see after doing this is you have a lot of keywords and search terms that lead to your SKU. One example, and we go back to the non-branded example here. If someone searches for endurance supplement, we want to be showing them our endurance supplement. So therefore, we need to add it here. Also, running supplements and other terms. So a healthy campaign, in our view, as an agency that works with leading supplement brands, is a campaign that delivers thousands of searches from people that are interested or searching for products, not specifically yours, but products similar to what you have, and they are buying from you. That's what we consider success on Google. Finally, the last step to scale these non-branded campaigns is the use of advertorials. I have a full video on this explaining how we are using advertorials. For example, this one here, Best Collagen Powders of 2025, to bring a lot of traffic from Google and convert a lot of cold audiences. The main challenge brands have on Google is to convert cold traffic. And now we are able to do that because of these advertorials. This helps us expand our non-branded structure. This helps us expand the scalability of the account. So with that said, there's a full video on the channel. I will leave it up here. You can click on it and you can watch our full strategy around advertorials. And soon I will be posting another video going over funnels that leading supplement brands are using to send traffic both from Facebook and also from Google. So with that said, I hope you liked this video. I hope this was valuable. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Subscribe if you have any sort of e-commerce, supplement, DTC operation and want to learn more about what's working, what strategies we are using to help leading brands with their ads. So with that said, thanks so much for your time and I'll see you in the next one.